This is not your typical how to hook up a Cronus Zen video. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. We have covered all kinds of ways to hook up all kinds of controllers and different devices on your PlayStation 5. But many of those videos became obsolete when Sony released an update which effectively wiped out more than half of the peripherals that we've reviewed on this channel in the past. And it's getting a little annoying with a cat and mouse game. Gamers are just fed up with hardware devices that they have to buy to be able to use their favorite peripheral, only to find that it no longer works. And that's not just the Cronus Zen. This applies to the ZEN users, to the Reasnow users, all the mouse and keyboard adapters, and even those that are trying to use different controllers with their PlayStation 5, such as the Xbox controller or a Nintendo Switch controller. And there's been a few different pieces of hardware that have been made available that unlock the ability to use all of those devices. And some of them use remote play, some of them are direct connection. Now, obviously, direct connection is the best option available because it doesn't introduce extra lag or extra delay of any sort when you're playing your games. And when you're playing competitive games, delay and lag is a big deal. The Zen has kind of had an on-again, off-again connection relationship. You see, it does work with remote play, but it's like a really weird way to make it work, and you end up having to use a PC or a phone or some other device to use it in that remote play way. I have done a video showing you how to do that, but more recently, they've discovered a Bluetooth glitch that allows it to actually get kind of a backdoor to work on your PlayStation 5, but it's messy and it requires you to do this process every single time. A certain button combination, going into certain menus, backing out, glitching the system, and ultimately having it work at that point. How long will that connection method work? Who knows? And I don't want to waste any more time trying to come up with weird, glitchy, hacky ways to get this thing working or to get all those other peripherals working. NordVPN. Maybe you've never considered a VPN before because they are only for criminals and people that have something to hide. But that is simply not true. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. A VPN creates an encrypted tunnel for your data which protects your online identity by hiding your IP address and allows you to use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely. But if you have nothing to hide, why would you need a VPN? For secure online entertainment. Do you like gaming online? Well, forget about DDoS attacks and bandwidth throttling with NordVPN. It's a VPN that gamers love and it's very gamer friendly. Do you want a more relaxed evening of sitting back and enjoying a show? Watch your favorite TV series and movies without slowdowns. NordVPN can save your movie night by preventing your ISP from throttling your connection. Also, top secret tip, you can access shows in other regions that are normally region blocked by using a VPN and setting your home connection to whatever country the show that you want to watch is airing from. This works with Netflix, Hulu, and all of the major streaming companies to access those shows that normally you wouldn't be able to see. For private internet browsing, government agencies, marketers, and internet service providers would all love to track and collect your browsing history, messages, and other private data. The best way to hide it? Using a VPN to keep your data safe. For safe traveling, use NordVPN to secure your connection on public Wi-Fi so you can browse in full privacy even when you're far away from home. Hackers have many methods to steal your data on public hotspots, but with a VPN, your online traffic is invisible to them. Ready to give NordVPN a try? Click the link down below in the description for exclusive Gears and Tech offers and discounts on a brand new sign up. You can cancel anytime, but grab this deal before it expires. Signing up through the link below does help this channel out a little bit extra as well, and we really appreciate your support. Let's get back to the video. Luckily, the guys at BeSavior have us covered. This might be a name that you've heard before because it's the same team as the B-Loader team who brought you the B-Loader Pro. In fact, both these devices look pretty comparable. And they even brought us a peripheral called the B-Savior U5. And this was kind of the darling of the PlayStation 5 because it was so inexpensive and it just worked. It was direct plug-and-play functionality without remote play, without any of that other mess. But it too got blocked, and it is essentially e-waste. Now, the B-Savior team are working to try and figure out a workaround to make this work again. If I'm speaking for myself, I believe that it is highly unlikely that they will get it working because the method that was used has been blocked, and the methods that they would need to do to make it work again are just not likely. I've got some theories about how they could do it, but it's just not worth it. Now, we did an unboxing of this already, so you already know that this is what it looks like in person, and I just want to look at actually hooking it up today and getting our Cronus Zen working. But before we do, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What makes this P5Mate any different than the U5? It's a good question. It's a fair question. Why wouldn't this thing just stop working in the future as well? And the answer to that question is right here in my hand. This is the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro controller. This is an officially licensed PlayStation 5 controller. When you plug this into your PlayStation 5, it works. The PlayStation 5 recognizes it, it knows it's a Wolverine V2 Pro, and it lets all of your games function exactly as you would expect them to without any questions. This controller is probably never going to get blocked by PlayStation or Sony in any way because it's an officially licensed product. Did you know that the P5Mate uses the exact same controller chip inside here that's found in that Wolverine V2 Pro? Exactly the same, not similar, not kind of the same, not sort of the same. Each one of these devices has a unique chip separately coded to work on your PlayStation 5 as an official piece of supported hardware. That means that this one and this one and this one are all separate devices. They're all separate controller IDs, unique controller IDs. And Sony has no idea if this is a V2 Pro or if this is a V2 Pro or if that one's a V2 Pro. And therefore, it is extremely unlikely that this would ever get blocked. I won't say never, because it could, but it is so unlikely just because the install base is going to be quite small. They don't need to target it specifically, and they have no great way to tell if it's a P5Mate or if it's a Wolverine V2 Pro. And you may be also wondering, Anton, what have you got 3 of these for? Well, I don't. I actually have 2. I have this one, I have an empty box, but I also have one in a full box, and that's because we're doing a giveaway. Someone's going to win a P5Mate from this channel in a future video. Not this one, but if you do want to win the controller, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you comment often, and you could be randomly selected to win this device in a future video. But enough blabbering on. Let's connect this thing up and see how it actually works when we connect it to PlayStation 5.
Before we get too far into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below. If you've seen some of our content already and have not subscribed, we want you to join our community. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get back to the video.
Now, it's important to note before you do any of the connections, you need to turn off Bluetooth controller settings. We're going to assume that you've already turned off your Bluetooth controller options so that it only works through USB connection. Once you're sure that your Bluetooth connectivity is turned off, it's time to connect the P5Mate. We're going to do that using the USB-A to USB-A cord that comes with it. We're going to plug it into the small side of the triangle of the device itself. This is the connection that goes to the PlayStation 5. Now the other end is also a USB-A. I'm going to plug it into the back USB port, but you can plug it into the USB-C port in the front. If you're having problems with it not seeming to work, try plugging it into the back or into a different USB port, the front or the back. Just try a few different combinations just to make sure that it works. Now that it's plugged in, I'm going to take my Cronus Zen. Normally, this end would plug into the PlayStation 5. I'm going to plug this into the P5Mate and you'll see that it does power on. Now you can connect whatever device you would normally connect to the Cronus Zen exactly how you normally connect it. In my case, I'm connecting my heavily modified PlayStation 5 controller. I'm going to press the PS button and it should pair up to that and then just start working. Now I've pre-connected my PlayStation 5 controller to my Cronus Zen using Bluetooth. So all I gotta do is press the PS button on here. That will connect it up to there, and then it just works. Now, if for some reason it doesn't just work for you, you can press the PS button again. If you're using like an Xbox controller, just press that button again. It'll wake it up and connect through. Now, how do we know that it's actually working? It's a great question. The best way to answer that question is to load up a PlayStation 5 game and see what happens. Now, normally I would load up Call of Duty Black Ops because I can play offline multiplayer, set up a random game to show you guys that the cheats are working on here to prove for sure that this is working just like this. Some people say, well, yeah, but you might have loaded the PlayStation 4 game and the Zen's not blocked on PlayStation 4. Well, let's load up Astro's Playroom first and just make sure that we can load a PlayStation 5 game. And for fun, I'll hook up my Xbox controller just to show that that works on Astro's Playroom. And here you can see I'm connected to my Xbox controller. I'm gonna press any button, I'm gonna press continue, and the game will load using my Xbox controller, just like that. So you can see I can move around. Now, one question you're gonna ask is, does it support Rumble? No, it does not support Rumble. Does it support wired headphones? No, not off of the controller. There is a headphone port on here that you can plug into, and it supports full mic headset support off of that, but not off of the port on here or any other peripheral that you'd have attached. We've proved that it loads different peripherals into PlayStation 5 games. Let's go back and just make sure that we can run scripts using our Cronus Zen. So we're gonna go back to the menu, we're gonna go out of the game, we'll go to Cold War, we'll just boot up a quick demo game, and then we'll run a couple scripts to see if they're working. And now we're into a game, we're just gonna check if the anti-recoil is working, and it looks like it is. If I turn it off, then you'll watch, I'm gonna just go like this, and the gun takes off up like that. And then if I turn it on, then I go like this, we can see it's obviously not tuned, but it's pulling down instead of going up. So anti-recoil is working. I don't know if aim assist really works with bots. And just like that, we see that the Zen works. This is a direct connection without remote play, 1000 hertz polling rate. It works with all other peripherals as well, not just the Zen, but it does unlock the Zen for full future-proof support. One bonus tip, I'm glad you stayed here. We're gonna check if I can use a Bluetooth adapter, such as this, the Brook Wingman, to get wireless Bluetooth connectivity with my Xbox controller using the PS5Mate. So I'm gonna plug this in like that. And how do I put this into pairing mode? It looks like it is connecting the PlayStation controller to the Brook Wingman. However, the PS5Mate is not passing the signal through. It's not working, it seems. But what about an 8-bit DOE? I don't know, let's try it. No, it looks like Bluetooth adapters not currently supported, but the Cronus Zen will actually do Bluetooth support. So this will do Bluetooth support, and I could easily pair my Xbox controller to my Cronus Zen, which will do Bluetooth wirelessly through the P5Mate. It's kind of an expensive solution to get this thing working wirelessly. You can use the Xbox controller wired to P5Mate. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to cheat with the Cronus Zen. There's plenty of videos that show you how to do that. I don't even know how to use this thing. I simply set it up for videos to show you guys that it does work. And there you have it. Easy, lag-free, fully supported solution to get all your peripherals working. This is not just the Cronus Zen. This also works with every other controller you might want and every other peripheral. This is directly supported for pretty much everything. Anytime there are any updates made, they are released on the Be Savior website. You download it and you upgrade the system to unlock other features and functionality. It is always being improved on, and so far it's been working really great.
Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.